Welcome back, everybody. Today we're here to talk about The Walking Dead Season 10 and the last couple episodes of the season because we actually got the synopsis and titles for the rest of the season. Episode 12 obviously is airing today, and then we got episode 13, 14, 15, and 16 as well. So I want to take the time today to talk about these episodes and read the synopsis and talk about what we can expect in the episodes. Obviously, spoiler warning in case you haven't been caught up with The Walking Dead. And if you're a fan of the show, be sure to subscribe for more Walking Dead content. But with all that being said, let's get into it. Alright, so yeah, like I said, we got the title and the synopsis for the last couple episodes of The Walking Dead. Obviously, episode 12 is tonight. That's going to be titled Walk With Us. And we already know what's going to be going on in that episode. We're going to have, the rest of the hilltop battle post, all the hilltop burning down. And the group is going to be out in the wild, dealing with the whispers. And then also, I think we may get a little bit of Michonne stuff. Because they, even in the synopsis, it talks a little bit about Michonne taking Virgil back to the island. And then also, we had the images released by Skybound and The Walking Dead every week. And episode 12's images included Michonne and Virgil. So I think maybe towards the end of the episode, we're going to get some Michonne and Virgil stuff. Setting up episode 13, which will be mainly, the Virgil and Michonne stuff. I think episode 13 will probably be like all Michonne and Virgil. And then, then we'll be back to the main group afterwards. And speaking of episode 13, so episode 13 is titled What We Become. And the synopsis says Michonne takes Virgil back to his mysterious island to reunite with his family. In exchange, Virgil promises weapons that could change the tide of the Whisper War. So again, we already sort of knew episode 13 will be the Michonne episode. So a couple of interesting stuff there because after seeing what's happening in season 10 in general, like with the Commonwealth stuff, I thought the Whisper War would be over in episode 12. I haven't seen the episode just yet, so I don't know, but and I know if people get the episodes early, so don't spoil the stuff. I would really appreciate if we don't talk spoilers in the comments, because some people don't see the episode until the episode actually airs. But what I'm trying to say is the Whisper War could continue on, after this episode, and it's gonna be interesting to see how Virgil is gonna keep his promise if he does, because it's saying that he promises weapons that could change the tide of the Whisper War. So I think episode 14 is gonna go back to the Whisper War, but it's interesting to see how exactly. I mean, it doesn't say he's going to keep his promise. It just says Virgil promises. So let me know what you guys think. If you think Virgil is going to help out with the Whisper War, do you think he's going to go back? Because even if Michonne doesn't make it back, he could. He could, whatever happens to Michonne happens, but he could still go back to, because he now knows where those communities are, and he could bring the weapons. So we'll see if that's what happens, or, maybe Virgil doesn't even end up keeping the promise. But we'll see what happens. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you guys think was going to happen. And then moving on to episode 14, it looks like the title is Look at the Flowers, which is an interesting title because that was rumored like a couple of weeks ago, but it wasn't confirmed. But this website, or like on Google, if you type in the episode titles, for the most part, it's usually right. This on the Wikipedia and stuff like that. Like, I've never seen it not be right. All these years talking about the synopsis and titles, so I'm assuming it's right. And episode 14 is titled Look at the Flowers, and the synopsis says, heroes and villains reckon with the aftermath of the hilltop fire. Eugene takes the group on a journey to meet Stephanie with the hopes of befriending another civilization. So right there, we can see that, I love that synopsis. It is a bit of a spoiler, kind of, like it tells us that he's going to go meet Stephanie. Not really though, because they already met, they had the plan set up in episode 11. They said a week from now. So it looks like it's still going to be, some of the Whisper War is still going to be going on, because it says heroes and villains reckon with the aftermath of the hilltop fire. So some of the main Whispers are probably still going to be alive, dealing with, the remainder of the war. And Eugene leaves, like he's gonna take a group to meet Stephanie, so that's interesting. Maybe they think the Whisper War is gonna be over, or maybe Eugene just wants to keep his promise, because Stephanie doesn't know about the Whisper War probably, and she said to meet up in a week. So Eugene is probably just gonna go regardless if the Whisper War is over or not. But that is really cool how we are gonna be getting the Commonwealth set up in season 10. Like, that gets me really, really excited. So that is really cool. Moving on to episode 15, that is titled The Tower, which is a very interesting title if you read the comic books. I'm not going to get into why exactly, but it isn't. I mean, I just don't want to spoil it in case it happens. But for those who have read the comics and know what the tower means, I don't really think it's gonna happen because The Walking Dead has already like lost a lot of characters. But I just don't think it's gonna happen. But anyways, the synopsis says the communities prepare for the final battle of the Whisper War. Meanwhile, Eugene's group encounters Princess. So there you go. That once again a little bit of a spoiler. I don't know if I mean I wouldn't consider it a spoiler because it's their synopsis, so they don't really spoil. They know what their episodes are. They wouldn't spoil it. So they're gonna go meet Stephanie and they're gonna run into Princess, which is really really awesome. And then the communities prepare for the final battle. So again, the Whisper battle is not over, or the Whisper War is not over. It's going to continue on in episode 15. So because we're learning that it's going to continue on to episode 15, it kind of makes me think that Virgil can potentially come back and give weapons to the Hilltoppers, Alexandrians, because of what's going to happen with the Hilltop and them losing a lot of their stuff. They probably have lost a lot of their weapons too because they probably did not have time to grab stuff and run out. They're just trying to run out to escape the fire. So I think they're gonna I think it'll be I don't it's hard to see it happen timeline wise because one episode he's with Michonne and the next episode he's gonna come back and give the weapons. But it could happen, you never know. But I'm also a little bit skeptical about it because whatever happens to Michonne probably will happen to Virgil too, if that makes sense. Unless Virgil somehow escapes. I mean, I don't even know what's gonna happen. To me, like what's in my mind is that it has something to do with the CRM. That's what's going on in my mind because I don't see them killing off Michonne on this island. I think she's gonna go off, to wherever Rick is because if they were gonna kill Michonne, they would just kill her. They would just kill her during the Whisper War. Because that would just be a good way to go out, saving her people. I mean, essentially, she is saving her people. If the weapons that Virgil is getting is really important, like, yeah, technically she's saving her people. But I feel like if they were really going to kill Michonne, it kind of makes me think that they would have killed her in that, at the actual, Whisper battle, saving her people or something. Look at the Flowers is also interesting because it is exactly what Carol said to Lizzie in that very famous episode. And that episode was also episode 14 of season 4, I believe it was. And this is episode 14 of season 10, Look at the Flowers. So I'm definitely assuming it has something to do with Carol because, I mean, that's very iconic to Carol. So maybe Carol kills Alpha in this episode, something happens. But I think it's going to be a very important Carol episode, that's for sure. But you guys let me know in the comments down below what you think is going to happen, with Michonne and Virgil and the Whisper War. Let me know, how do you think it's going to play out? Do you think Michonne and Virgil are going to come back? Do you think something's going to happen to Michonne on the island? Do you think Michonne's going to die? Or do you think Michonne's going to go off with the CRM? They've done a pretty good job of keeping the spoilers on the wraps because I haven't heard anything about Michonne. I mean, but then again, I'm sort of staying away from spoilers. I don't really like spoilers, but yeah, and I'm going to try to keep this channel spoiler free for the most part because I think it's awesome when you don't really know what's going to happen. But again, with The Walking Dead, such a huge show, stuff get around. But again, I haven't heard anything about Michonne, but I think she's going to survive. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. But in the last episode of the season, episode 16, I can't believe it's already the end of the season, is titled A Certain Doom. Now, the synopsis we have for this episode is only one sentence. It's probably not the full synopsis, but it's all they have so far, or all they want to give away so far because it's maybe too early. Because this episode is still a month away. It's saying Beta engages the final battle of the Whisper War. So, if that is true, it looks like Beta is going to be alive until episode 16. Now, I don't know if Alpha is still going to be alive around this time, but this also pretty much tells us the Whisper War is going to go on until the very end of season 10. So it's sort of going to be two things going on at once, like Eugene and the Commonwealth stuff, and then the final, few battles of the Whisper War, which I think is great because it's not just gonna be only whispers. It's not gonna be just only whisper war, and it's gonna get like a little bit boring after a while, or too much whispers. They're doing a good job. Well, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm assuming, I mean, at least I think it's a good idea to do like a mix of both, like two different storylines, and to set up the peak. And I'm sure like the end of season 10 is gonna be more Commonwealth stuff, setting up season 11. But yeah, I really like, and A Certain Doom is a really interesting title as well. But yeah, I'm excited because it's gonna be like I think these episodes are gonna be very entertaining because it's gonna be like two things going on at once. We're gonna see the final few battles, and then we're also gonna meet the new next big group. So yeah, those I quickly wanted to talk about the next couple episodes of The Walking Dead. We got the titles and the synopsises. Let me know all your thoughts and opinions about those in the comments down below. What do you think is gonna happen in the episodes? What do you want to see happen? Let me know in the comments down below. But as far as this video goes, I am going to wrap it up there, so hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to leave a like rating, and for more Walking Dead videos, be sure to subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys later.